Tian Hao wore a smile as she nodded to the doctor's orders. Then she got up, collected her checkup results, and said goodbye. When she left the doctor's office, a young woman happened to walk past her. The young woman was on the phone, probably calling her husband. She said that she was over 2 months pregnant. The pregnant woman was probably quite pampered, as the tone of her voice sounded spoiled. Tian Hao glanced at the woman's belly. It was still quite flat. She instinctively rubbed her own belly. When her child was aborted, she was also 2 months pregnant. Her belly was the same as that woman's. You couldn't see that there were any signs. Wait. If she had no idea that she was pregnant, how would Lu Jinian know? That night, she was just sleeping in Mianxia Garden. The next day, when she woke up, she was still in Mianxia Garden. There was only 10 hours in that time period. And within those hours, she lost her child. Lu Jinian signed the abortion papers. The bank transfer logs were on that nurse's phone, the follow-up reporting Lu Jinian's wallet, and now the scan in her hands. If one was a coincidence, the second could also be a coincidence, then what of the third and fourth? Were they all coincidences? Lu Jinian clearly knew that she was pregnant, yet she had had the abortion. The next day, Madame Chen told her that her period came. Lu Jinian sure is something. Everyone knew the truth, besides her the mother. Tian Hao's eyes filled with tears again. She hurriedly walked out of the hospital block, around the back, and continued into an alley. She walked until there was practically no one around. Then, like the bursts of a balloon, she crouched down and wailed. Since yesterday morning, when she saw his signature on the abortion papers, until now, when she changed hospitals to confirm her abortion. In these 24 hours, she had been fighting back her own emotions. Now, she could finally let herself go. She was full of hatred. She hated how ruthless Lu Jinian actually was. She also hated herself for not immediately realizing that she was pregnant. But if she had immediately realized it, would Lu Jinian still want the baby? Just now, Aunt Xu even said it. Lu Jinian called her to ask when was the soonest Xu Jiamu would be discharged. Soonest. How could she forget? It was just an agreement between the two of them. It wasn't like they were a real married couple. At first, they agreed that neither of them was allowed to disturb the other, and for a life to suddenly grow in her belly, let alone the fact that the child would be under Xu Jiamu's name, that was definitely a lot of trouble. His first thought of not wanting the baby was normal. She was just too in character. She actually forgot that everything was fake. With Xu Jiamu now awake, they were destined to break up. If he didn't want anything to do with her, then why would he allow for her to give birth to his child? Tian Hao didn't know how long she cried for, but it felt like no more tears could fall any longer. She calmed herself down and slowly got up off of the floor. She looked all around her to realize that she had actually ran off to the entrance of the hospital's morgue. No wonder no one had walked by for quite some time.